Hello everyone, today I'm going to be checking out the Shitzu Keitora based on the Suzuki Carry, more specifically the 1979 to 1985 version. As you can see, mostly because of the round headlights right there. But anyway, with all that said, let's just do the usual upgrades here, and I'm going to show you what's new. So here we got some bumper upgrades here. It's pretty decent. I've seen these in real life before actually, but they're mostly stock. They usually tend to be the newer 1991 variants or generations. I believe the 10th or ninth generation. But I have seen these in real life, which is cool. But it's pretty funny to see these bumper upgrades right here. Except for this one. This one looks realistic, but most of these look pretty silly, just for fun. I kind of like this step right there, so I might add that in. And we got the step mark 2. And as I said earlier, we got these silly upgrades that are kind of meant to mimic, tuners, which is pretty welcome to see. Pretty fun. Then you got your Mark II variants, diffusers, and Mark II steps, which is a bit silly. But honestly, I like the way both of these look. Mark II is a little lower, so I guess I'll put that on. And the exhausts here, I mean, these are pretty interesting. All of this isn't good fun. It's just to, mimic what tuners would do, As I said, it's silly upgrades. That's alright. I like the elephant. That's interesting. Like dual shotgun exhausts, I believe they call. I don't know. I'm kind of boring, as always. So I just kind of like to keep it stock. I do not recall if the real one had these shotgun style exhausts right here. So I'll just leave the little hidden ones. Then you have your usual headlight covers or headlight tints. I mean, these are cool. It's not my thing personally, but it's all up to you. Then you got some bull bars and grills. And some little cosmetic upgrades here with the lights. I'm not sure if those work, probably. There's a 50% chance that they work or they don't work. Then you have some more bull bars right here with fog lights covered. And a nice tow hook. Honestly, the developer that did this really put some time and effort into it. I see a lot of unique customization here. You even have a mixture of all, which is pretty nice to see. And as someone that likes to keep things very bare bones, I kind of feel a bit pressure to put some of these cosmetic upgrades right here because they really did put a lot of effort, even if it looks very simple. So, I'll just do a front support here, which is really a bull bar. And for the lights, let's see, they come in white. You can upgrade it to a nice blue, but, I'll just leave it as is, as a white. Here we got the four-wheel drive livery, OEM, that's nice. We got another here. Man, I love this. They really did their research, as I said earlier. They put effort into the liveries, the customization. They did a very good job. Then we have other brand references here. Pretty sweet. This is a cool 80s throwback type of livery, street style, because of the graphics. I'm not sure what this is a reference to, but these trucks do tend to be used up a lot, so I guess it makes sense, having the paint like that. Let's see. Hmm. I guess I'll just do a simple OEM. For the color, I mean, I see these in white all the time when I do see them, either a white or a silver. And as I said, I'm kind of boring and I like to mimic real life a lot. So, I mean, really, again, it's just up to you, but with the video, I might just leave it white. I kind of like how it looks in white. You do have a secondary, which is a bottom right there. I do not recall if this is color matched. It probably is. So let's change that to an ice white like the rest. That looks pretty good. Roof accessories. You got the horns. That's interesting. More lights. I don't know why you'd need more lights. Sprunk top cover. It's cool. Flint. I do not remember what Flint is based on. I don't know if it's a website or something. And then you got the stand stuff up there. Interesting. You got some more steps. I don't know why you need more since this thing is pretty low to the ground. Then you got some body kits. You know what? For my community post, I might, put a body kit on this thing just for fun. But I guess I'll come back to this later for the pictures or the screenshots. Then you have your usual sun strips here. These are pretty nice to see. Quite tasteful. You got your Sprunk here, your Sprite, basically. Flint, I guess that's like a tool company or a warehouse tool company type of thing. Then Stance, like Stance Andres or something. Atomic, a tire company, basically. And for the suspension, does this have camber? It sure does. It's not a big deal. Let's see how it looks from the back. It's not really that noticeable until you get to the suspension or sport. But I'll just leave the ride height alone. The truck bed, this is pretty interesting. This is where it really does get to shine. You could really personalize it to your desire if you haven't already. So it's really the same stuff, and you got this, a cool advertisement. You'd probably see stuff like this in Japan, but not so much in the United States unless, they do an aftermarket thing or a special cover. The utility box there, you got some, boxes, a roll cage, tires. Man, you can really go all out with this thing. They really love the use of Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. Uh, for something so simple, it's interesting how overwhelming the customization is. I might put the stance and dress, but the quality right there of the livery looks a bit too low. So honestly, I'm not sure if I want to put it on or not. And the Sprunk promo, this is pretty silly. Of course, it's cool. So I don't know if I want to be super boring. I guess I'll put the delivery box just for fun. Of course, the usual turbos. For the wheels, these stock wheels are cool. They look almost identical to what you see on the real thing. But here, I mean, you got usual tire, I feel like these tuner wheels will look cool. I might put the Fujiwaras for now. Fujiwara, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's early in the morning, so sometimes I can't pronounce. Or the usual Rally Masters. But I don't know. I guess I'll come back to this later for the community posts. As I said, some silly pictures here and there. Of course, I have no choice but to put the bulletproof tires. You already know why. A lot of players act like cowboys and they just take your tires out. Your usual tire smoke here, it looks pretty good. But I'll just leave it be. Oh, we got wind deflectors here. That's pretty cool. What is the difference? I guess the Mark II is a secondary. That's my guess. Alright, so let's take this thing out and let's see how it performs and let's get a closer look at the detail. So just give me a sec here. Alright. As you could imagine, it's not the fastest thing in the world. It is a 3-cylinder after all. And this was more intended for utility, so really. I mean, you could still have fun with this, of course, but it's just, oh, well, he didn't even notice it. Took it like a champ. And if you do notice that the engine idly kind of sounds a lot like a generator, but that's alright. It is a pretty tiny engine. Again, unless if you do the drift upgrade and you want to use this for fun, on its own, really don't expect to have a whole lot of fun, as I said. But on its own, I mean, it's cool. It's a cool little thing to show off. This is more of a novelty after all. I mean, it is a good price, even in this economy, in the games economy. But, I mean, if you want something unique in your garage, this is it. So that the handling is, it's okay. It's pretty agile. Let's take a closer look with the details. The interior, I mean, pretty low quality, but it's alright. I mean, you even have the Shitzu logo right there. Some dials. The exterior was modeled very well. I do not have any complaints. So overall, I mean, I'd say it's pretty good. I really can't complain about this too much. Especially for the price. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one if you're interested.